Hi there, Pisces. Love and light to you here. We just ended Sagittarius' extended reading. Now we're here for you. Okay, we've got the boat siren going off. That has been coming through in the Sagittarius readings, but lo and behold, we have it here for you. So let's get the cards out. This is your extended moon cycle reading. Thank you so much for tuning into you here. And it is going to be taking a look at how the energies may culminate between the full moon in Sagittarius and the new moon in Cancer. And so for a number of you, possibly there's something that has been a matter of, I'm hearing comfort, getting comfortable with a certain concept and idea. For a number of you, I'm seeing that possibly there's something that you weren't expecting. I'm hearing this specifically, and this came through as well in the Sagittarius reading, the extended Sagittarius reading, for the full moon in Sagittarius to the new moon in Cancer. So again, there could be a focus maybe even on that archetype, or if you do feel guided to watch that reading, then feel free. And thank you all so much for your support with these readings as well. And let's get into it here for you. Now I'm seeing that color turquoise as well very strongly here, even the color yellow. Now yellow came through really strongly in the general reading for Sagittarius. It was like something of focus on the color yellow. I'm hearing chakra, and that is actually associated with the solar plexus. So let's get into it here for you, to your Pisces, and see here what might be at play. And we're going to pull the cards actually in a day-by-day fashion and see what might be kind of developing over time. And keep in mind as well that the readings might culminate in a 6-month sort of in 6-month stages. So whatever that sort of may speak to for you, feel free to take it as you do, and it's always a matter of interpretation, of course, right? So let's get into it. And I'm smelling like exhaust, so I don't know what that you go. First card out, the Hanged Man. All right. For a number of you, I'm hearing I'm hyper aware. I am like really stimulated. I'm hearing that for a number of you as well. This is right around the 5th of June. We then have the Ace of Swords. Wow. The Father of Pentacles in reverse. I'm seeing you wanted to communicate something, or you felt like someone wanted to communicate something to you. You feel something's growing, it's building. Someone, specifically the Father of Pentacles, somebody has their intention. I mean, their attention even on you, or they're placing attention on some space, and maybe that's something you're picking up on. Now, something that's building though, Pisces, and I'm seeing it's a matter of getting comfortable with the idea of what will be carried out from that space of intention. I'm hearing emotion ultimately. The Father of Pentacles in reverse, Wheel of Fortune. For maybe this is someone even reaching out from the past. Possibly we'll pull more cards on that character. Seven of Swords actually right over the Father of Pentacles. Yeah, this is perhaps going to be related even to the concept of the number 7, and I'm hearing chakra system. I take it as you will. There's something perhaps that might be in a space of realignment. We have the Daughter of Cups coming through right around the, and it actually fell out right when the Seven of Swords we placed on the Father of Pentacles. So there could be something that for a number of you, you feel it's so interesting. Look at the Daughter of Cups, right? Look at her shadow, and look at the sort of the antlers on this Father of Pentacles. There's, and even on the Ace of Swords, we see this sort of same color palette, even on the Wheel of Fortune. So there's something that for a number of you you're picking up on, maybe even, or you feel like this is something that I feel I'm maybe picking up on an energetic level, emotionally, but I feel like there's a connection there. For me to say in this way, there's possibly a really strong soul connection that you feel with someone here or in some space. Five of Cups coming through. Let's clear that. Ten of Swords. It's a focus on clearing, absolutely, in relation to this space. We have this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 is the Fool, 14, Temperance, 15, Son of Cups right at the base of the Daughter of Cups. I kid you not. Take a look. Whoops. Okay, yeah, all the way down. All right. Son of Cups at the base of the Daughter of Cups. We then have the Nine of Swords upright. So this is again 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17 is the Emperor. 18th is the High Priestess. 19th is the World. 20th is the Mother of Pentacles. And the 21st is the Two of Wands approximately. We got that as well, the Hierophant. Ooh, looking right down at the Mother of Pentacles with the Two of Wands and the Nine of Wands in tow. And we have the Hermit here. I'm hearing the Hierophant and the High Priestess together as one with the Hermit right over the Son of Pentacles. So I said Son of Pentacles, the Son of Cups. I'm almost hearing as well the Son of Wands. You have the Four of Wands as well. Coming through right over the Hermit in reverse. And Judgment is in your theme with the Father of Wands. But I'm seeing that there's a situation here that's that is like gradually I'm hearing gaining speed. I'm hearing in momentum. I'm hearing it's like in this way. For whenever you're dealing possibly with a Sagittarius, or there is some space that you are kind of like getting ready to carry out, and it's maybe an idea that you feel it's like just a matter of getting comfortable with. I'm hearing this again, like the space of carrying it out. Now, for a number of you, this is a sentimental space. It's a space where there's even histories, you might feel it, emotion. There are memories involved. I'm hearing that as well. And so for a number of you, I'm hearing LinkedIn. We've got the Strength card here coming through. This card actually came through in the Sag reading at the end of their first term. of the cycle. It's first term. I said term, take it as you will. But the strength card played quite a pivotal role in the reading. So, and it was interesting because we actually were pulling additional cards on that card for them. And so here we are actually pulling additional cards, and this is the one that comes out for you. So there could be a really strong focus. Let's clear that. On the on specifically the archetype of Sagittarius, or not possibly even that reading, and you do have the card of Sagittarius in the middle of your spread. Now Pisces, you have the 8 of Wands upright in the strength card in reverse. Remember, this is something that you're remembering, and 8 is the number associated with even the archetype of Scorpio, related to even matters of the 8th house, matters related to even the past and things that are being brought up. 3 of Swords, ancient contracts. I'm hearing it in this way. And we have 5, 6 planets in retrograde. Let's remember that, right? 2 of Swords right over the 3 of Swords. So for a number, this is about a partnership, possibly even something you feel that you're revealing or you're uncovering. Absolutely. Maybe something you feel is like coming forth. 3 of Pentacles. I'm seeing something's even being dug up. Look at this. 3 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. I'm seeing it's being unearthed with the 2 of Swords in between the two. There's something might be even that you feel you are understanding. I'm hearing it's your higher. I'm hearing knowledge. Wow. I'm hearing coding, light encoding. Now, you have the Father of Cups as well in your theme, leading you out right over the 6 of Cups. For a number of you, I'm seeing this as someone possibly who you feel you are gaining. I'm hearing an interactive. I'm hearing degree with. I don't know what that's going to. I'm hearing creatively. Okay, like creation. I'm hearing you are managing. I'm hearing also emotion within this space in a creative way, where it's like our emotion and maybe even our intention with one another is a force that is actually I'm hearing emotive. I'm hearing creative ultimately. So I'm seeing even somebody who feels that their thoughts that they hold for someone are like almost like they are creative ultimately. Like they have this sort of vibration to them that it ultimately stimulates. I'm hearing something to be also, I'm hearing desired. I don't know, take it as well. There could be a space of kind of, I'm hearing foreplay as well with the 6 of Cups and the Father of Cups, all right. But it's something that, it can be taken on a number of levels, metaphorically, spiritually, energetically, emotionally, psychically, okay. But for a number of you, this is a matter of actually clarifying intention. When it comes to the space of wanting to manifest clearly what I'm hearing your ideal, I'm hearing your counterpart is. So I don't know what that's going to take as you will, but it's maybe something where you're just like clarifying. You're like, okay, this is my ideal. This is what I want. I'm hearing also to experience in this space, maybe even with this individual. Now for a number of you, Sagittarius, there could be a Sagittarius, possibly someone's got a lot of Sagittarius who has been really I'm hearing involved. I'm hearing from a distance. I'm hearing that as well, and it can be distance in terms of past lives. Like as well, maybe there is an overlap of interest there, where somebody just feels like naturally, like I feel like we have this experience that is just also like not so-called normal. Like I met you, and I feel like immediately like we know each other already. I'm hearing it as well. Now we have the 6 of Cups and the Father of Cups. So maybe there is a sacredness as well to a certain connection, a certain space. That you also like, you don't entirely understand. It's not something where it's like, I understand why this is a big deal to me. Okay, it's like, I understand that I don't, and that also adds to the sense of allure in relation to it when we consider it within the scope of our creative potential. So, in other words, we cannot necessarily define the magnetism, we cannot necessarily define the value as well that we place on this connection. And that's actually part of, I'm hearing, I'm hearing it's manifestation, I'm hearing potential. Wow. So now in the middle of the spread, you have someone here coming back, Pisces. They're coming back from, I'm hearing the last life. I'm hearing it in this way as well. You got the Father Wands in reverse. Don't freak out. All right. It's in the second part of this spread. Right around here, we got the Father of Pentacles coming through upright in the beginning. And then I'm touching the end of my eye right there. I don't know what that's alluding to. We have in the second part, though, we've got here on the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. And 13th approximately, you have the Father of Wands in reverse, right over the Fool upright. I'm hearing you have fallen in love with them. I'm hearing you fell in love with them a long time ago. I'm hearing that as well for no reason. I don't know what that's alluding to. Some of you definitely don't want someone who's got a lot of Sag, or they work abroad, or they work in some industry that is maybe even related to language, learning. They could be a teacher. I'm hearing that as well for a number of you. Or they may have taught. I'm hearing classes even abroad, take it as you will. Or they work with history in some way. They're like a historian, possibly, in some way. They have a lot of possibly hermit-like tendencies. I'm hearing that as well. They have a lot of Virgo in their chart, Pisces. They could have a lot of, as well, Taurus, or there is some emphasis on the archetype of Taurus. Now, for a number of you, somebody is a designer. Maybe they even were a makeup artist. I'm hearing that as well. They could even be a hairstylist. I'm hearing that as well. But you have the Fool here. They have a lot of Aquarius as well in the chart. But there's something of a focus, like someone wants to communicate something to you, Pisces. I'm hearing it in this way. Like, I guess at the point where it's like, it doesn't matter. Like also any longer what we create. We need to communicate. And it's like that, as one might feel it, is now the point of emphasis, of influence. And we have the Emperor sitting at the base of the Five of Pentacles, mirroring here the Two of Wands that leads out, and it's actually boomeranging to the Fool, and it's diagonal to the Father of Pentacles. So for whenever there is something that somebody feels they have this, they have this purpose with. Somebody feels like they have a purpose. I'm here also with you. The Emperor here sitting next to the High Priestess here in reverse, and any of the Mother of Pentacles will leaning out with the High Priestess. So for whenever this is maybe somebody who has a plan, and they're like, I want to come your way with this. I'm hearing as well in that way. And so let's pull a few Tarot Oracle cards on this spread to see what might be a focus. In the very beginning, we have Peace, number 11, right over the Hanged Man. There's something that possibly you feel like I'm comfortable with the idea of what this is in a certain way now. I feel like I, at least, may not fully understand it, but I understand at least the waves and the fact that there are waves in the ocean. It's like somebody who's like, they were first sailing and they're like, what are all these things that keep splashing around? Oh, got it. It's like something like that. You have the family here. For me, it could be an emphasis on soul contracts and things of like, you have revolution as well. Now, we then lead into holding together. Number 8. It's funny because we actually first pulled the Tau Oracle for Sagittarius. Now we're pulling first the Tarot Arcana for you, and then we'll pull the Tau. So we have here the development as well. That this came through in, I think, the same exact position actually for the Sag in their extended reading. We have then splitting apart. Okay, right over the Five of Cups at the end of this. I think it's I'm here in term. And we have, it's funny because we're calling them terms. So take it as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm about the 6th. Okay, I'm hearing February, specifically in February. And we have the 7th here coming through, discipline. And then we have oppression. Very simple. Almost all the same cards I said here. Attraction of opposites. There could definitely be some sort of overlap here. Pushing upward. But I almost said upwart. And that kind of looks like a word. I don't know. Take it as you will. And then we've got here resoluteness here. Okay, coming through. I'm hearing this is related to the Hermit. And it's funny because it's landing right on the Hermit card. They kind of look quite similar. But let's clear that. Somebody here possibly has a very private nature. I'm hearing it in this way as well. And then we have completion. Completion came through in the Sag reading. It came through right over the Empress. So for a number of you, there's a very strong connection you feel you have with someone. I'm hearing in this way. They feel like with you biting through comes through next. Right over the High Priestess. Waiting is right over the World. Oh my. And there's this emphasis on this circularity. I'm hearing it this way. Of this, I'm hearing configuration. We see, I'm hearing of the dance. We have the card again of waiting. And then we have the World. And both cards actually speak of the sort of circularity. I'm hearing singularity. We look at the sort of the symbol here on this card, and it you see this woman with the sort of womb, and you get the circle. So and on this card here we see the World, and it is actually the last card in the Major Arcana. So for a number of you, there's something that you're even you would like to release, reveal. You have decrease, right over the Mother of Pentacles. For you, this is about history. Approach here coming through right over the Two of Wands, and a matter of revealing it a great power. Right, coming through right over the approach and the decrease. All right, Pisces, thank you so much for tuning in. Well, in your theme, we've got 2 cards actually. It is treading, number 10, and innocence, number 25. So for a number of you, there's something that maybe even there are a number of people maybe involved in this space. It could be a space of history that you feel guided to, kind of share. I'm hearing to share. I'm hearing that again. Information even about, maybe this is a space where you feel like you have some sort of history and you have some sort of knowledge, and it's a matter of sort of sharing. I'm here showcasing it ultimately. And for a number of you, this is something that maybe you feel you have even some sort of perspective of that is quite unique, and it's like only you can bring light to this space. And I'm feeling for a number of you that possibly this is something that you're getting comfortable with the idea of doing. So I'm hearing in relation to, I'm hearing the context of. Thank you for tuning in. There can be a focus on the environment and even certain populations of people. Love and light to you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.